Inihahandog sa inyo ng Eagle Broadcasting Corporation at Radyo Agila. Kaakibat ang Philippine Historical Association at Philippine Association of Administrators of Student Affairs. Lakas Pinoy Radyo! Lakas Pinoy Radyo! Mapapakinggan sa DZEC 1062.
Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng ating mga tagapakinig. Ito ang programang Lakas Pinoy Radio na napakikinggan sa buong Pilipinas dito sa DZEC Station 1062 ng Radyo Agila. Tuwing Sabado alas 5 ng hapon hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. At mapapanood live streaming sa aming Facebook fan page Lakas Pinoy Radio. Ako po si Dr. Carlito Olaer, ang presidente po ng Philippine Association of Administrators of Student Affairs at vice president po ng Student Affairs ng Centro Escolar University, ang inyong host ngayong hapon. At kasama ko as co-host si Jonathan Balsamo o mas kilala sa pangalang Jobal. Jobal, magpakilala ka uli.
Magandang hapon po sa ating mga makikinig. No? Ako po si Ginoong Jonathan Balsamo, Secretary ng Philippine Historical Association at co-host ngayong hapon ni Dr. Olaer.
Magandang hapon. Ngayong hapon ay ihahandog namin sa inyo ang isang makasaysayang talakayan at usapan tungkol sa mga matatapang at magigiting nating mga pambansang atleta. Ang unang panauhin po natin ay isang Philippine national athlete, gold medalist ng Karate Do. Siya po ay si Orencio James Vergil Gulie or OJ de los Santos. OJ, magpakilala ka.
Hi everyone, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
Wala kang gusto sabihin.
I'm sorry. No, like I thought I was supposed to say.
Just your name. No,
yeah,
no.
Just my name. So yeah, I'm James. Yeah, everyone calls me James now. So I play for the Philippine karate team, and also this year we're very excited because there's a lot of activities happening, not just for karate, but for all the other sports as well. Because this year we're having the Southeast Asian Games in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So we're all preparing hard for that. So we would love all of your support for all, like not just for me or for my other teammates, but you know, for the rest of the athletes who will be going there to compete.
James, sa pagkaalam ko sa sinabi mo kanina, you are half Filipino and half Malaysian.
No.
Half Filipino at saka
Hindi, half American.
Half American.
Yeah.
Okay, but you told me earlier that your province is from Cebu.
Yeah, I'm from Cebu.
So you speak Cebuano?
Konti lang kasi most of my life, I've always been, like, people have always been talking to me in English.
Okay, but if there will be some calls later, and they will ask you, I hope that you'll be able to say it in Cebuano if there will be some callers in Cebuano. Try your best, okay?
Sige, subukan ko na lang.
Subukan mo na lang. Okay, ang ating pangalawang panauhin po ngayong hapon ay ipakilala naman ni Jobal. Jobal, pakilala mo yung ating pangalawang panauhin.
Opo, no? So napakaswerte natin na makakasama natin ngayong hapon ay isang national team member, co-captain ng national team sa Taekwondo, no? At siya po ay nag-aaral ng interdisciplinary business sa De La Salle University, Manila. Nanalo na po siya ng gold medal, no, sa UAAP season 76, no, sa Taekwondo. At noong 2013, no, sa Southeast Asian Games, nanalo na din siya ng gold medal, no. So kasama natin ngayong hapon si Christopher Robert Santos Uy.
Chris, magpakilala ka.
Sige po. Magandang hapon po. Ako ay si Chris. Galing ako sa States, and then I got recruited here from for De La Salle's varsity team, and I've been here since mga 2012 na.
2012.
Opo.
Matagal-tagal na rin.
Opo.
Matatas ka na rin magtagalog.
Ata po. Ata.
Kaya kailangan sa Pilipino tayo mag-usap.
Okay. ititrain natin sila.
Ayun,
Oo. At bilang mga atleta sa palagay ko, kaya ninyong gawin tong training na ngayong hapon ang magsalita ng Tagalog.
Sige, try ko na lang kami.
Okay.
Try lang kami.
Bago natin simulan ang pagtatanong sa ating mga panauhin, nais ko lang sabihin sa lahat na ang tema natin ngayong hapon ay Pinoy Superheroes. At ang dalawa nating panauhin ay maituturing din natin na mga superheroes ng ating bansa dahil sila po ay nagdala ng karangalan sa atin. O, sige. Ready na ba yung ating mga panauhin sa mga tanong na nakahanda?
Okay.
Are you ready, guys?
Siguro.
Ano din sir, no, sa ating mga makikinig, maaari silang mag-text actually, no? Maaari po kayong mag-text ang inyong mga tanong sa 0917-373-3237 para sa Globe at para naman sa Smart, 0939-252-0097. At tayo po ay mapapanood ng live sa Facebook, no? Pakihanap lamang po ang Lakas Pinoy Radio.
Okay. Unang tanong. Kahit sino sa inyong dalawa ay pwedeng sagutin itong mga tanong namin ni Jobal. Bilang mga pambansang atleta, anong pakiramdam na kayo ay nakapagbigay ng karangalan sa ating bansa sa magitan ng sports na nilalaro ninyo?
Sino mag-uuna?
Sino mauna sa inyong
Ano
dalawa?
ang pakiramdam?
What's the feeling or how's the feeling?
Yung pakiramdam ko is like, to represent the country. It's really a great feeling kasi not everyone is given the opportunity to do that. Pero like actually everyone has the opportunity, pero only a few will work for it. So I believe that since the both of us have really worked hard to earn our spots, as national athletes representing the country, we feel proud.
Okay.
Because we're like, especially when we go abroad sa mga ibang bansa,
Yes.
like we wear that flag on our left chest. That's what even
With pride.
yeah, it really we always wear it with pride no matter what.
Oo nga, ganda nga ng mga jacket nyo ngayon eh. Pwede bang mahingi yan? Para ang ganda, no? Ngayon, nalaman namin kanina, as we introduce the two of you, si Chris ay taekwondo at ikaw, James, ay karate do. Pwede bang ipaliwanag mo sa ninyo, sa aming mga tagapakinig, anong pagkakaiba ng dalawa?
Kasi nag-usap kami kanina the anong iba ng karate at saka taekwondo. Because like what Chris said earlier, karate originated from Japan. Tapos yung taekwondo galing sa Korea. Then tapos yung taekwondo focuses more on kicking. Karate, on the other hand, you can use both your hands and feet.
Okay. So, Chris is a good kicker.
Opo, yeah.
At ikaw naman, both hands and feet. Okay. Sino kaya may advantage nun? Yung dalawang ginagamit, yung kamay at saka paa, si Chris kasi paa lang. But, I don't know what are the qualifications but requirements for one to become a member of the Taekwondo team or for a Karate Do member.
I think it's the same for both. Like you need to, of course, you have to train hard and prove yourself that you're one of the best in the country. Because I'm sure you have qualifying tournaments. Yeah, we both have qualifying tournaments for the national team. So you just have to train hard, then try out in the tournament. Then if you can grab a gold or silver medal, and in some occasions you can land a spot on the national team.
Or sa taekwondo po, merong evaluation kakatapos yung tournament, yung top 4, merong pang ibang evaluation pa. And then sa top 4 na ganun, that's where they pick the national
So,
team.
dumaan din pala kayo sa proseso, qualifying, lahat yon. So,
Laging out every year.
di ba mahirap yon?
Oh naman, well kasi para sa amin yung mga national athletes, syempre may pressure kami doon kasi
Expectations.
we have mas mataas ang expectations sa amin, so of course we have to exert more effort even if it's just for national team selection.
Okay. So, hindi lang, siguro yung biro natin kanina, na sana ipagpaumanin yung biro kanina. So, yung pagsali ninyo sa teams na ito at kayo ay napasama, hindi lang ito nadadaan sa good looks, no? Hindi lang sa good, talaga yung galing ito meron. At ako naniniwala na nandun yung galing, ano? Siguro tanong ko sa inyo uli, saan bansa na kayo nakarating para lumaban sa ganitong uri ng sports? I mean, if you could share with our listeners kung ano yung mga bansa na napunta niyo para sumali sa labanang ito, ng halimbawa sa karate, saan ka na nakarating, at si Chris naman, ano naman ang mga competition ng laban outside of the country?
Para sa akin po, actually galing sa States ako. So, States, besides yung US, Mexico, Vietnam, Serbia sa Europe, Switzerland sa Europe, Korea every year. We go to Korea for training. And then, galing sa Malaysia lang last month. Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. So that's most of the that's most of the countries so far.
Madami yun, ha?
Mm.
Okay, James.
Ako nga, kasi I've been to Indonesia, China, and I've also been to Thailand. I'm going there this Thursday for the Thailand Open Karate Championships, and also I went to Istanbul in Turkey 2 years ago for training, and last year I also, kasi galing ko sa South Africa, parang yung ISKF World Tournament.
Yes.
Yeah, the third edition. Kasi back in 2012, yung ISKF World Shoto Cup, yung second edition, nandun sa Cebu. So nanalo ako doon, tapos last year pumunta ako sa South Africa for the third edition. So I went there kasi I wanted to defend my title, and I was successful at doing it.
Congratulations.
Sir,
Sige, Joe.
napansin ko, nabanggit nila, literal na napakalayo na ng narating ninyo, no?
Yes,
Ibang
oo.
bansa na nga, no? At figuratively, malayo talaga yung narating ninyo, no? Yan pa lang, i-represent pa lang ang Pilipinas, tagumpay na yan. Pero interesting, sir, napapaisip ako ngayon, no? Paano saan kaya sila nag-umpisa? Sino naka-impluwensya sa inyo na pumasok sa sport, sa larangang ito, di ba?
Yes.
Para talagang karirin ito at hanggang sa ito, umabot na nga kayo na dinadala nyo na ang bandila ng Pilipinas.
Well,
So how did you start?
Yeah.
well, for me, kasi sa simula, I was during my elementary years, victim ako sa bullying.
Really?
Yeah. Oo, yun talaga ang totoo. I was
Hindi naman ata eh.
no, kasi dati I was the shy and quiet type of yeah. I was like that, and then my uncle, he suggested to my dad na subukan na lang ako ng karate, you know. But to be honest, at the start, I didn't enjoy karate. It was like just a weekend activity for me, kasi I was more into trying out and playing in different sports. Pero if I can recall, kasi sa 2005, nandito ang yung SEA Games, if I remember, and then yung karate event nasa Cebu. So when I watched it there, that's what inspired me to continue with karate and then try out for the national team.
Akala ko self-defense eh. Because you said na parang you were bullied then. But,
Maganda
you
nun,
know,
sir, ah.
Ang ganda ng motivation siya. I don't know if you have thought about it, na nung simula na pumasok ka sa karate, dahil nandun din yung karanasan na parang you were bullied at a very young age, na pumasok ba sa issue na yun ay parang self-defense?
Well, yeah, I think self-defense was yung unang dahilan ko,
dahilan.
like to try out karate. It was my dad who suggested to it, and I'm like, sige, why not?
Okay.
It doesn't hurt to try something new. So yeah, that's what got me into.
Tuloy-tuloy na.
Yeah, tuloy-tuloy na.
Oo.
Naging maganda ang naging resulta nito. Yeah, Chris, ano naman ang naging simula nung yung introduction mo dito sa Taekwondo na to?
Actually, nag-start ako mga 4 years old.
4 years old?
4 years old. Gusto yung tatay ko mag-family activity tayo.
Family,
pero,
no?
yeah.
Oo.
So, my sister, yung ate ko, my dad, my mom, lahat tayo nag-start. Pero, when I first started, kulit ako. Like, lagi ko sa side doing push-ups sa punishment. Kasi wala pang discipline. And then, eventually, parang I learned the habits of good discipline, ganyan. And then, mga 2-3 years, actually, di ko gusto talaga. Parang yung tatay ko, My dad's the
Siya
one who just
talaga
said,
nag-push sa'yo.
nag-go na.
Ah,
Kahit gusto
okay.
mag-quit, kahit gusto umuyak na ako.
Ganon.
Ganun.
Talaga, ha? Okay. Nabanggit nyo kanina na, and I think we share no in this glory that you attain for the country. Naranasan nyo rin ba na matalo sa competitions? At anong pakiramdam pag kayo ay natatalo? Kasi alam ko siguro yung pakiramdam pag ikaw ay panalo. Parang ang daling isipin, imagine yung nararamdaman. Pero pag natalo kayo, umiyak ba kayo ng palihim na dahil natalo kayo, o may sinisisi ba kayo, o parang gusto nyo nang umayaw dahil natalo kayo? Anong pakiramdam kung naranasan yung matalo minsan?
Kasi one of my biggest losses was back in 2013, my second time in the SEA Games, which was held in Myanmar. Yeah, when I lost the first round, grabe ang sakit talaga, like grabe ang pakiramdam ko. Parang it was hard for me to accept.
You
Pero,
wanted to go home right away.
yeah, I just didn't want to stay in Myanmar anymore. I wanted to go home na kasi it was just too much for me to handle, especially majority of my teammates natalo sila sa 2013 also. So it's like we just wanted to go home. We didn't
Was
want
this
to
during the first days of the games or towards the last
kasi
days?
kasi usually sa karate yung unang event ang kata. That's my category. So yeah, like on the first day of competition, parang yung feeling ko na grabe.
Talo ka
Babalik
na,
na lang
tapos
ako.
ilang araw ka pa mag-stay doon.
Oo,
I
parang-
don't know, parang bang, am I gonna enjoy my stay here?
Yun,
Ito na, di ba?
yun talagang pakiramdam ko. Parang gusto ko babalik
Uwi na
ako. Uwi na ako sa Pinas. Baka I don't want to stay here longer.
So what moved you or pushed you really to continue, and despite the losses,
Yes.
ano ang nagtulak sa'yo para tanggapin ito at ituloy lang ang laban?
No, kasi I also remind myself that the greatest failure in life is the failure of the failure to try. So if you just stop, like you failed there, and then if you just stop, then see that's your real failure there. It's stopping and giving up.
Tama yung kasabihan pala sinasabi, na pag ikaw ay nadapa at kapag hindi ka tumayo, talo ka talaga. No? Chris, ikaw, ano naman ang
Parang
kwento?
sir, try and try until you succeed.
Chris, pakishare naman sa amin din yung pakiramdam.
Nag-loss. I think one of my biggest losses talaga sa 2013 din, pero sa World Championships. Kasi nagpunta tayo sa Mexico, nag-training na yung mahirap, tsaka seeded na ako actually. Seeded ako. And feeling ko after yung match, kaya ko talaga magpanalo dapat. Panalo. And then yung the person I lost to China, nagpunta sa finals. So yung sa akin, parang sobrang sakit kasi dapat ako yan. Like, dapat ako yan. So, anyone who knows me knows I don't cry in public. So, I have to go to the CR, mga half hour, iyak na ako.
Umiiyak din pala ang lalaki, Hindi kayo nahiya, i-broadcast sa ere na umiyak din ako, pumasok din ako sa set, umiiyak din ako.
Hindi ko kaya sa harap ng tao. Hindi ko kaya talaga. Pero sa CR, when you're by yourself.
And then just wash your face.
Yeah, then when you gotta wash your face.
Ang tunay na lalaki, umiiyak.
Yeah.
Umiyak ako din eh.
Yeah.
Ganun din.
Yeah.
Okay. Sa bagay, di ba? Ganun lang talaga siguro ang nararamdaman kapag alam mo na kaya mo pero magagawa pero natalo din o hindi nangyari yung gusto mo.
Yeah.
Talagang masakit din siguro yung mararamdaman. Now, yes, Java.
Sir, may tanong din ako, kasi gusto kong anuhin yung pamilya eh.
Yes.
Nakita ko dun sa kwento nila, yung tatay niya, kahit na ayaw niya, pero siguro eventually nakita mo rin na may pakinabang ito sa atin. Minsan ganun sir minsan ayaw natin yung pinapagawa ng magulang, pero pag eventually makikita natin na makakatulong pala sa atin.
May wisdom pala yung
Ayun.
gusto
Yes.
ng magulang.
Tapos yung sa kanya, Sir Tito, Yun,
So would you like to say thank you to this people, persons close to you for pushing you all the more?
Yun.
to-
Sino yung parang
Yes.
family members no behind your success?
Yes.
For me, definitely, I point this out whenever I come home. My dad's a big factor in my success, especially growing up in the States and pushing me, especially during the times where I really wanted to quit. And he's like, no, this is what you signed up for. This is your commitment. You got to do it. So, okay. So definitely my dad. And then along the way, I've had dozens and dozens of other mentors who've helped develop like where I am now. And so to all of them, if I haven't said thank you already, thank you guys.
So they're still around whenever you have games outside the country. They join you.
They don't really join us, but they watch the Facebook
Watch.
stream or they
Okay.
see the videos after.
Are
yeah.
they watching right now or listening to us right now?
I think my dad woke up to States to listen. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow! Ikaw, James, sino ang nakikinig ngayon?
Para
Baka may ibang nakikinig.
Baka.
Siguro, no, I think because my mom's in the Middle East right now, so I'm sure she's watching over there, and also my dad, because my dad's in Cebu right now, so for sure they're watching live, listening live on Facebook, so
Okay. Yung laban, yung laro nila kasi yan, taekwondo at saka karate do kasi. Hindi yan yung physical kasi ito, no? Anong nararamdaman pag kayo ay natamaan ng gusto, nasipa rin kayo or what? Anong pakiramdam? Yung sakit na naramdaman ba? Ano yun? Nakapagbibigay sa iyo lalo ng lakas o gusto niyo rin umatras pag nakakita kayo ng kalaban? Aliwa siya mga kalaban mo, matangkad, o ang laki ng katawan. Anong nararamdaman?
Natatakot kayo?
kasi hindi yung event ko kasi kata, it's more on performance, it's performance. So wala akong kalaban, like it's just me on the mat lang. Parang it's more of the subjective
I
competition.
see.
Like how dancing or figure skating, yun talaga, that's what type of competition kata is. It's all about like performance. See Chris, on the other hand, he's on sparring, so I'm sure he can.
Siya ang mas nakakaramdam nun. But
Yeah.
in your case, since this is still a competition, you really have to give your best performance.
Yeah.
Correct?
Kasi sa kata, it's really all about perfection talaga. Like, kasi like, di pwede na babalik ng to correct your mistakes.
Yes.
Like that, you have to continue. I think same with Pumse also.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
Taekwondo is the similar discipline.
Yeah.
I guess for me to answer your question, yung dati parang takot ako minsan mas matangkad yung kalaban yung, kasi na heavyweight ako, so yung pinakataas ng kalaban ko 6'7" siya. 6'7", parang gigante talaga. Pero I think for me, just over time, just got used to using my strengths. Just kung mas matangkad, ibig sabihin mas mabilis ako, so just playing to your advantages. Pero yung takot ako actually, kalaban ko Nigeria. Yung front leg niya sa taekwondo parang jab yan, no? Parang jab. Yung front leg niyang tamaan yung dalawang block ko. Biglang na-dislocate and then balik yung shoulders ko. Naisip ko parang, oh my goodness. Pero yung sa laban, hindi pwede magtakot kasi mas lalo advantage yung kalaban. So, naisip ko lang, hindi pwede mag-exchange sa point lang. And then, play safe. It's not a good idea to exchange. So, I think when you first start, you're gonna feel the fear talaga. Pero a lot of it is just, how do you handle the fear? How do you proceed forward after that?
So it takes a lot of psyche in yourself, no? Na kaya kong
Oo.
labanan ito.
Yeah.
Oo.
So just parang strategy lang. If that's their advantage, what can I do around yung nila? Ano yung game nila?
Galing nun, ano?
Yeah.
Sige, Joban.
Ngayon po, meron tayong dahil syempre estudyante rin sila
Yes.
Yung pagbabalanse ng academics at
Oh,
saka nung
goodness.
syempre training talaga, no? Pero
Okay.
kaugnay niya, no, meron tayong makaka-phone patch, no? Kilala mo raw siya eh.
Oh.
Yes.
Hello?
Tanong lang po ako kay Mr.
Ayun.
Christopher Uy.
Chris.
Sino to?
Sino daw po ang caller natin ngayong hapon?
Apo, at tanong ko lang po kasi Philippine Historical Association po yung show nyo.
Apo.
So, baka po tatanong ko lang po kung ano ho ba ang tingin niya doon sa history subject, doon na pinag-aaralan po niya sa Lasal.
Kilala ba ang kulay natin ngayon?
Feeling ko.
Sino siya? Hulaan mo.
Feeling ko yung prof ko.
Yes.
Si Sir Chow.
Chua.
Sir Chua.
So, both of you, naging teacher niya o si Chris lang?
Siya, i-quiz na ba namin siya?
Hindi, okay lang.
Wag
Kaya
na.
na yan. I just submitted their grades.
Yun!
Pumasa ba?
Yeah, mataas naman.
Ayun.
Okay.
Yun na I just have to say this, no? I dropped by kasi gusto kong sabihin nito na natutuwa ako kay Chris. 2 beses ko naging estudyante yan. Yung Rizal, Phihis 1, tsaka yung Phihis 2 na Philippine History.
Yeah.
Hindi
Galing
pala absent. Kahit na, di ba, alam natin, ang daming athlete na mahilig mag-absent. Siguro dahil nasasabay sa training. Ito, hindi masyadong nag-absent.
Ay, hindi masyado.
Yes. Tapos yun nga, siguro para na lang very productive po sa ating mga nakikinig, Jobal, Sir Cam dito. Tanong natin sa kanilang dalawa na lang. Kasi mag-aaral tong mga to, nakita nyo, pinagkukwentuhan nyo, ang hirap-hirap nung training, this is, we go beyond what we usually do as people. If we work 8 hours a day, sila kahit gabi, minsan nagte-training pa beyond what we can imagine, Kaya ako, mabait talaga ako sa athletes when it comes to...
Salamat po. Salamat.
Yun nga.
Anong tanong mo siya?
Bigyan natin ng tips itong ating mga kabataang nakikinig. Paano ba pwedeng i-balanse? Ano yung ginagawa niyo para balansehin yung ating pag-aaral at saka yung training natin?
Buhay estudyante at buhay atleta.
Thank you very much ating pinagsamahan sa klase at mabuhay ka at mabuhay lahat po ng nakikinig sa atin ngayong Sabado de Gloria.
Salamat, Xiao. Okay,
Thank you po.
tatanungin namin si Chris at saka si
Okay,
James.
makikinig na lang po, I'll monitor ito. Thank you.
Ano daw may bibigay niyong tips sa lahat ng mga estudyante, lalo na kayo nasa, kayo ay mga atleta, so you have your other concerns. So meron din academic part kasi dahil mga
Opo,
estudyante kayo. Paano ba naibabalance ito? Dahil kasasabi lang ni Sir, na isabit na ang grades at pasado naman daw. At matataas ata ang mark na makuha.
Paano nababalanse ang buhay estudyante at buhay atleta?
Sige.
Para sa akin, something I learned when I was very young now was very simple lang for time management. It's just do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. Yun lang. Kung dapat you're supposed to do homework na yun, homework na. Wag mo Facebook, wag mo TV. Homework talaga. And then practice after practice. Tapos yung homework mo. Kung walang TV, walang TV. Kung yun, just do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. That's how I...
So talaga may discipline din, Okay. Okay, James, ikaw.
For me, it's really all about time management and knowing your priorities. Like, you have to also put a balance in both. Like, there are times where because there are times na my duties for national team, have more priority, so I go there. But if there are times like kunwari may exams ako or may quiz ako, then okay, like I have to maybe take some time off kasi mag-aaral ako para sa I need to, because I also want to pass as well.
Yeah.
Both of you are required to pass all your subjects before you qualify or join the competitions, or
For me, to maintain the LaSalle,
Yes.
to stay on the LaSalle team po, I have to pass. Pero for national team, walang requirement.
okay.
Walang requirement.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes. Mag-break muna tayo at tayo ay magbabalik pagkalipas ng ilang sandali. Thank you very much.
Muling magbabalik ang Lakas Pinoy Radio. EBC Eagle Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Agila.
Tunay na mahirap maglaan ng extra panahon sa iyong busy schedule para makapag-exercise. Kaya nga, kami dito sa Radyo Agila ay may mungkahi kung paano makapag-exercise kahit ikaw ay abala sa work mo. Una, maglakad o magbike papunta sa trabaho sa halip na sumakay sa public transportation. Second, Gamitin ang natitirang oras ng lunch break o break time para sa brisk walking. Pangatlo, lumahok sa anumang office sports clubs tulad ng badminton, bowling, at iba pa. Gamitin din ang hagdan sa halip na elevator at kahit nakaupo, pwede rin igalaw-galaw ang mga braso, binti o balikat. Kung ayaw, maraming dahilan. Kung gusto, laging may paraan. Isang pangkalusugang mensahe mula sa Radyo Agila.
Balikan natin ang kasaysayan. Gawain ang ugnayan ito sa kasalukuyan at kinabukasan. Kasama ang kapisanan ng Pangkasaysayan ng Pilipinas at Philippine Association of Administrators of Student Affairs. Makilahok sa talakayan dito sa DZEC 1062 tuwing Sabado, alas 5 ng hapon hanggang alas 6 ng gabi sa Lakas Pinoy Radio.
Okay, tayo ay magbabalik muli at kasama pa rin natin ng ating dalawang guests ngayong hapon na sina James at Chris. Kayo na, Jovan, na itanong kasi natin, dahil bisita natin napakinggan natin si Professor Xiao, at natutuwa tayo na tapos na ang grades, at natuwa nga si Chris. Matanong ko lang, bilang mga atleta ng school, no, ng LaSalle, at kayo ay miyembro ng national team, anong mga privileges? What are the privileges that you enjoy, both of you, from the school and of course from the national team?
Well, for me, kasi since karate is not part of the UAAP, so pero the thing is though, like dati, like I had so many gyms to train in, like not just sa Rizal or sa Ultra, meron sa sa LaSalle, sa 9th floor dun sa Enrique Razon, like I was allowed to like train there with the varsity athletes, mga ganun, like that. And then also minsan I also had like professors who really loved athletes, parang they would also like help me out with my with my studies. Parang no, I mean, parang wala, di ako sinabi na may favoritism naman, pero like they would help me out, like kunwari like kung may competition dun sa ibang bansa, like they would say, okay, you're excused, ganun, like that, like it's automatically valid excuse na. So,
yes. I would expect the teachers to do that, give some kind of privilege to the athletes because of the training, no, the trainings that you go through, and considering the fact that you are competing for the country, I think to give you that kind of privilege, no, I don't like to call that privilege, pero yung parang consideration, no, para kayo ay makapag-dala ng karangalan sa bansa, isang bagay na dapat natin ipagpasalamat mula sa ating mga guro. Chris?
For me po, benefits I enjoy, mga full scholarship, ganyan, so I don't have to pay for my classes. Yung dati, we had dorms, pero I have 2 other brothers here now, so we just got a condo na lang. So that was very generous of them. And then, just like OJ said, yung consideration sa international competition, minsan, if we're going to be out for a long period of time, understanding yung profs, you can turn in your work when you get home, ganyan. And those small benefits really actually help the athletes a lot, because when you're abroad, sometimes you have to stay at the tournament venue the whole time, don't have time to do the homework.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yung mga ganyan, for me, it's just been full scholarship and then the dorm. And I really
you
appreciate
mentioned
it.
earlier na mula bata, like you were introduced to the sports at an early age of 4. And then of course si James. Maliban dito sa karate do at saka sa taekwondo, if given an option or chance to venture into another kind of sports, ano naman ang gusto ninyo?
Well, me, aside from karate, kasi also I've always been fond of playing billiards.
Oh,
Yeah.
idolo ba si Efren Bata?
Si Efren Reyes, I've met him already sa quite a few times na, like yung unang beses ko sa 2013 SEA Games in Myanmar, kasi we had dorms there, then I just parang I just happened to bump into him like then tapos sir friend pwede picture tayo ganun like that.
Wow.
Kasi world champion siya sa billiards, so
Yes,
take the
yes.
opportunity ganun like that.
Yeah, he is known worldwide, no?
Oh, yeah.
Kaya siguro maganda nga naman if given the chance to have a picture with him. I would also take that opportunity. No? Chris.
For me, parang when I was a kid, I tried other sports. Then every summer, every winter, every season, there's a new sport. We did taekwondo, and then halo like that soccer. That one in basketball. That one in track. And out of all the sports, parang lagi ko magbulik sa taekwondo. So feeling ko if I had to pick another sport, siguro basketball, so I can utilize my height better.
Ano bang height mo, Chris?
6'3" ako po.
Wow, 6'3". Wow.
So, total summer, no? Kaya pinag-uusapan din natin tong sports, no? Kasi gusto rin nating maibahagi sa ating mga nakikinig na gawing produktibo yung summer ng kanilang mga alaga, no? Dahil bakasyon ng mga bata, no? So, instead na nag-Facebook lang sa bahay yung mga bata, gusto nating ibigay yung ideya sa mga magulang na i-involve nila yung mga anak nila sa mga activities tulad ng sports.
During summer.
No? Pero para makumbinsin natin yung mga magulang, kasi iba naman pupunta sa sports hindi dahil sa magiging champion sila. Di ba? May mga benefits yan in terms of personality development, in terms of physical fitness, di ba? Pwede niyo ba kaming kwentuhan o ibahagi ano yung aside from yung honor, di ba? Kasi ano na kayo, outstanding athletes na kayo Pero beyond these awards, no, ano yung personal na benefits na nakuha niyo sa sports?
Yes.
Well, kasi like in terms of martial arts, kasi we learn to not just develop our skills in terms of like self-defense or like work hard to become an exceptional athlete. Parang you also learn to develop your character. Like you also learn that martial arts, it's not just an activity, it's also a way of life. So whatever you learn in the dojo, you also carry it outside with you. Kasi kunwari sa karate, I learned more, like I learned virtues of integrity, self-control, honesty, humility. Like martial arts also teaches us not to always stay humble. Like kahit maraming achievements kami sa mga international tournaments ganun, we always stay humble.
Okay. So
Ganda, no?
I hope I got it right because earlier I thought not to stay humble. Akala ko. So, yung pala sa inyo din, as a player, especially when you win competitions, siyempre nandun din yung yabang, ano? But siguro lagi kayong pinapaalalahanan, you're always reminded not to put it to your head, no? The winnings and all. Kasi baka nga biglang yumabang, no? So sa inyo sinasabihan kailangan to stay humble.
Yeah, humble in victory, dignified in defeat.
Very good.
And then para sa akin, same nang what OJ said, it helps. I think a lot of sports help with maturity development, emotional maturity, just based on winning and losing. Pero in martial arts, you learn a lot about how to develop your character with values, yung what OJ was saying, integrity, perseverance, etc., etc. But the biggest difference I see is, especially with the belt system, is that merong success cycle. They set a goal na konting, it's outside their limits just a little bit, like white belt going to yellow belt, and then they work hard, they achieve the goal, then you repeat again. Then yellow belt going to blue belt, and you repeat again, going to brown belt. And so it just teaches a kid psychologically, success cycle, lagi mag-set yung goal, work hard para yung goal, kunin yung goal, then what's next goal? After you achieve the goal. So, yung success cycle, perpetual success cycle, yun yung, I think that's the biggest thing that people usually take away from martial arts, especially those who finish the whole thing, get the black belt, ganyan. Then it's parang proven system na you set a goal, you work hard, you achieve your goal, set the next goal, ganyan.
Wow, may malinaw na goal.
Yeah.
Ganun pala ang sa taekwondo, may mga levels, ano? Pwede bang mag-backslide ka nun? Na pag halimbawa nasa yellow ka na, tapos bigla babalik ka, o talagang dire-diretso na yon?
Usually mga diretso. Unless you take like a long, like if you take 2 years off, then you baka mag-backslide ka. Pero once you attain black belt, then black belt ka lagi.
I see. Before we continue, guys, meron lang pong, Joba, may gusto
Oo,
magpabati?
may nag-text, no? Nagpapabati no, happy birthday daw kay Mahal Estrella.
Okay, happy birthday, Mahal Estrella.
At happy birthday din kay Professor Jerome Ong ng UP Manila.
Okay.
Birthday.
Wala pa ba tayong mga callers dyan para kay James at saka Chris? Palay kung meron, kailan kahiya lang siguro,
Okay.
no? Okay, we would like to be as light as possible in our kind of questionings.
Okay.
Kasi natanong kanina, kung meron kayong mga fan page, no? Matanong lang natin si Chris at saka si James. Kapag kayo ba ay pagkatapos ng laban at siyempre may mga moments na magpapapicture, di ba? O may mga fans kayo na talagang sinusundan kayo sa lahat ng laban ninyo. Ano ang reaction niyo sa mga ganito?
Well, syempre both of us kasi I'm sure we feel flattered like wow, like there are people who look up to us also, pero at the same time it's like parang maintain kami ng yung our status also, like we have to continue working hard, tuloy-tuloy lang, tapos we have to always set a good image to those who look up to us, especially kunwari sa national team. Like I always remind my teammates, like always be careful like about what you post on social media, ganun. Kasi like it's so many people, they can misinterpret things, so that's why yun talaga ang sabi ko sa mga teammates ko, always be careful of how you display yourself, especially on social media, ganun. Like parang like wag ka maging wag ka magdrama or mga foul words, ganun like that. Like we always make sure we keep ourselves on the ground and maintain our image.
That's very good. At least for us, we know that you don't allow yourselves to be distracted by all of this, and you just focus on what you're doing. And we are very glad that you're saying this on air, na sana kayo ay sinasabi nyo ang lahat na huwag basta magpagamit sa social media. Sa kabila ng katanyagan na narating ninyo, sa kabila ng mga good looks ninyo, sa mga championship na napanalo nyo para sa bansa, nandun pa rin yung parang low profile pa rin na okay lang, tuloy lang ang training. That's very nice, and we are very glad to hear that from you. Okay, Chris.
For me, I actually started a Facebook page, and it was supposed to be built into a personal brand, but I'm actually slacking on that one now. But it's not to make myself look good or anything like that. It's mostly to just parang to give value to the audience, anyone watching. Parang if I have any training tips that I thought about, what's my mentality sa laban, in case people who are coming up want to know, how did I do it, or what am I doing in training, so they can copy if they want. Because when I was growing up, the way I got good was I'd watch someone who was good and just copy what he did. And so yung tao na the people who want to do what I do, I just try and leave what I'm doing para if they want to copy or sunod sila, then it's easy, they don't have to look too hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yun sir, follow-up ko, no? Siyempre ngayon, iniidolo na kayo, no? Kaya nga meron kayong mga fan, no? Sa mga schools, no? At mga estudyante, sa sports, no?
Hindi hiliti yan. You have to admit.
Oo, pero kaya may responsibility, no? Pero siguro interesting din malaman, ngayon marami nag-iidolo sa inyo, sino rin ba yung mga naging idolo ninyo? Oo.
So do you have your idols?
Oo. Role models?
One of my big ones na yun, ibang sports siya, pero yung Michael Phelps sa US, yung
Si
swimmer.
Michael Phelps,
Opo.
yung swimmer.
The swimmer, yeah. When I was training to try and qualify for my spots, 2016 Olympics, he was actually the one I was watching. Parang when I was watching him training, I would get motivated to go training. And I just like Michael's story. And especially most recently, parang he discovered his life was falling apart, and then he found God, and his life came back together. And so same thing with me, like last year, parang I made God the center of my life na. And so Michael's one of my idols. Along
He's
with
the most bemedaled
yes,
Olympian, correct?
yes, in history.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned about his some kind of parang spiritual discovery and
Yeah.
all. I don't know, I would like to ask you guys, mayroon bang buwang ang spirituality din sa inyo? I mean, alam natin, yung laro ninyo, yung laban ninyo, ano naman yung kabilang side na yung bang hindi nakikita ng lahat? Like, your spirituality. Do you pray? Do you go to church? Or ano ba ang ano natin? Buhay spiritualidad naman. Meron din kayo nun.
Kasi yung tiwala ko, I believe that, hard work and perseverance will get you to so many places. Pero I really don't think all of that is possible if you don't have God in your life. Kasi like, God always presents us with so many opportunities every day. It's really up to us talaga if we want to take that opportunity or not.
Okay. Hey, Chris.
And for me, actually, I feel like God shown Himself multiple times in my life through my sport. There's times where parang I don't understand why I'll lose a match kasi parang sa akin yan dapat ganyan, and then I'll find out later the reason why. For example, I lost that match, and so the mantra to myself lagi before I fight is just do my best and God will handle the rest.
Sir, hindi niya sagot yung idol niya kanina.
Oh,
My idol. Okay. Kasi it's my idol talaga. It's like Chris also yung ibang sports, si LeBron James.
Basketball
Naman kasi like when I read about his story, like si LeBron James came from nothing. He came from a poor family.
Yeah.
But then, through perseverance, he just did his part. Tapos drafted to the NBA just right after high school. Tapos especially when he fought against the Warriors sa finals, like
even though I'm a Warriors fan, he played well.
kasi I think in one game yung majority ng mga key players weren't there, and then kahit na like he still forced more games against the Warriors. So that's really like I even when I saw so many people bashing against him, like when their team lost to the Warriors, the Cavs came back next season. Like he just has that perseverance, his way of thinking talaga. Like especially I heard in one interview na I think they asked him now like, are you gonna promise us the NBA trophy? Tapos sinabi ni LeBron James, I'm not thinking about the trophy right now. I'm thinking about game 1. Take it one step at a time.
Talagang sinusundan mo yung buhay ni ni LeBron. Well, many of our sports superstars also have their great stories about their lives. At nakakatuwa na meron kayong ganitong mga idolo. Siguro parang kasi sa nakikita natin ngayon, sa nabanggit ninyo, parang ASEAN kasi yung mga laban, meron bang pagkakataon din na itong sports ninyo ngayon ay kung kailan ba ang susunod na Olympics at gusto nyo bang makita ang sarili nyo na kayo naman ang bumibida dun sa Olympics representing the country? James and Chris.
Well, yeah, regarding the Olympic Games kasi yung Olympics talaga, it's lahat ng mga atleta, it's their dream to compete in the Olympics one day. Tapos especially now that karate sa simula hindi yung Olympic sport dati, pero it's only last year now that it's going to be included sa 2020 as an official sport. Kasi usually yung mga bagong sports usually comes out as a demo sport sa una, pero yung karate like official sport agad sa 2020 Olympics. Pero yung the next step now is to qualify, pero kasi alam ko may 4 na categories sa karate dun sa Olympics, both men's and women's. Tapos I heard na only 10 countries per category. So yung mahirap talaga ang qualification sa Olympics. Even in any other sport, pero kahit like the fact that kasama na ang karate sa Olympics, it's really motivating me now to work much harder. Kasi we still have 3 years from now on. So yeah, it's motivating us both to work hard for it.
And are you aware that the country is also hoping for this, joining this lot of countries sa Olympics na yan?
Oh yeah, kasi like especially I'm sure the host country, Japan, they're grabe powerhouse talaga sa karate. So and especially yung sa kata, it's Japan talaga ang powerhouse. Then tapos sa kumite or sparring, it's mga Middle Eastern tsaka European countries who are really strong. So I'm sure they're vying for a spot sa Olympics. Pero it doesn't discourage me or anything. It just keeps me more excited kasi I've developed the habit na like I always want to face somebody better than me.
That's the spirit. Good luck, James. Sana nga malaman namin pagdating na after 3 years from now, makita namin sa TV, you're competing for that sports. Okay? And then Chris.
For me po, parang actually, what I'm looking for right now is how can I serve the most people. So if it's pupunta sa Olympics, then that's what God wants for me. Then I'll keep going. Pero right now, I'll leave a lot of my life up to what God wants me to do. So kung punta yung gusto ni Diyos, punta ako dyan, then punta ako dyan.
Wow.
Ang ganda nun. No?
Nakakatawang pakinggan, ano?
Sir, may pagbati, no? Meron tayong, we would like to welcome our guest from the UK, no? Nasa technical booth, no? Si Desislava. Hello!
Hi! Good afternoon!
Good afternoon. Magandang hapon.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo, ma'am. Ayan, may bisita tayo at sila ay nanonood sa atin. James and Chris, meron lang akong tanong na kasi sa mga na-meet natin dati na mga atleta din at kahit sino man na nandun sa anumang klase ng sports, laging may tanong kasi na kung ikaw ay papasok sa ganyang klase ng sports, ito ba financially ba ay nakakatulong din ba sa pamilya o sa sarili? Kasi may narin tayo na, bakit yan ang pipiliin mo? Wala ka naman diyang mapapala eh. Di ba? Sa inyo, do you consider also the financial aspect of the sports na ito?
As career.
Oo, makakatulong sa aking career.
Well, yeah, I also do look into that, pero but I always tell myself na like, don't worry too much about, about finances kasi it's just going to, baka mas maraming stress sa akin. So, I just tell myself na like, don't even think about the money, just parang work hard at what you love to do and it will just follow.
Yeah. Okay. Chris.
Same thing for me naman. I'd try not to worry about the money too much kasi at the end of the day, money, you can work for money later. Pero you only have you have a window of opportunity to be a prime athlete. Because after a certain age, the body starts to, deteriorate naman. So, same with OJ naman. Just do your best now as much as you can and enjoy your youth while something like that.
Because we have heard some stories about players or performers na naging hadlang din yung pera o money in competing abroad, di ba? May mga kwento tayo na because of the financial
kulang daw ng suporta.
Kulang ng suporta, kaya hindi sila basta-basta nakakasali doon sa kanilang sports. We are very happy to know that in your case, that is not really a problem at this point.
Yeah.
Okay? At talagang nakaka-concentrate kayo dun sa mga ginagawa ninyo. Well, that's good, no? Nakakatuwa na may ganung klaseng pagtingin sa bagay na ganito. At sa palagay namin, sa tingin ko, lalong mas malayo ang mararating ninyo. And
Sir,
we wish you all the best.
May tanong din ako, no? Minsan, marami tayong pinagkakabalahan, no? Sa halimbawa, si Sir nagtuturo, tapos meron tayong advocacy pa. Kayo, no? As an individual, ano pa ba yung advocacy ninyo niyan? Sa community, meron ba kayong community service? Kasi talaga nakita natin ang buhay atleta ay punong-puno na ng yung oras mo kukunin talaga, no? Pero liban dito, no, may iba pa ba kayong buhay? Liban sa buhay atleta, buhay estudyante, no? Yan, in terms of advocacy.
You can go first.
Mas malaki ang influensya nila.
Yun nga
Sa
eh.
ganyan mga
Kasi-
community service kasi kilala na kayo eh.
At saka may following, di
Yes.
ba?
Kasi usually on the side, like if I'm asked to, like, let's say, kasi minsan like there were times I would go to different, like I was asked to go to different schools with my teammates, parang tapos we would gagawin kami ng mga demos, like to, get kids interested also kasi we're trying to
Promote.
we're trying to promote as well. And then we also like especially especially me kasi part-time ako, I'm also teaching. Tapos like I always motivate my students, like gawin ng best mo sa kahit sa training kasi whatever you put in training, that will be your result in the tournament.
Yes.
Like I always motivate them. I parang bigay ako ng something to look forward to.
Para sa akin, actually it's something I need to schedule more into my schedule. I'd like to volunteer more. Pero if it's something requested of me or asked of me, usually I'm willing to go naman. Hindi ko na, like, I'm not, if it's during the weekday, yun yung hirap. Pero sa weekends, kung Saturday, like, visiting the poor, helping sa correctional facility, ganyan. The church I go to, minsan kuha sila ng ganyan. Lagi ako if I can make it, punta ako. Try ko talaga.
Good, no, na, kahit na sila ay mga sikat ng atleta, meron pa rin silang community service o advocacies na nakakatulong sa ating pamayanan, no? In your own communities. You mentioned, James, that you're also teaching?
Yeah.
What?
I teach karate also to like usually sa mga
How old are these students of yours?
some of them are like as early as I think 6-7 years old, like that. Tapos like minsan I also have students now who are already in their teens, like 14-15 years old.
Pinapasa mo silang lahat. Okay. May isa pang tanong dito na inihanda namin para sa inyo at sa palagay ko sana gusto nga ito itanong kanina ni Julie, no? Oo. Tanong namin sa Chris and of course James, no?
Pang light
Kayo
moment,
ba
yan.
may mga girlfriends din?
May time pa ba?
Right now, I actually have a girlfriend. Pero Jamba ako, she's a very independent woman. So everything, like my life is scheduled because I live on training schedule plus school schedule, and then her life is also scheduled. So we really make time, and we set aside time to see each other so we can ganyan.
So she understands you well.
Yes. She
So
understands a lot.
nag-a-adjust siya dun sa mga, lalo halimbawa, gusto niyang lumabas kayo, tapos dahil mayroon kang nakaschedule na rehearsals,
Yeah.
so anong ginagawa?
Then wala lang, adjust lang. We just have to adjust.
So
Minsan,
she has also to sacrifice, no?
Opo, and she's busy din. So minsan, if I'm free that weekend, pero hindi siya free, then I have to just find my own thing to do sa weekend.
So you try to, both of you try to find a day where together makakalabas kayo nang wala kang schedule, siya rin din busy.
So yung key talaga, just time management.
James,
ako, I've been single for 2 years already.
maniwala. O, tinawag hindi naniniwala si Chris eh. Oo, narinig ko kayo na meron kang
Officially.
Hindi naniniwala si Chris eh. Okay, Java, meron kayo tatanong?
Ako okay na ako.
Okay na. Siguro because we're running out of time, we have 4 minutes to go. So siguro, Jova, kung meron kang ipa-plug?
Ang Philippine Historical Association po, no, ito yung PRO namin si Professor Xiao Chua, no. Meron kaming international conference sa September sa Manila Hotel. So it's combined organization ng Philippine Historical Association, Indonesian Historical Society, and Malaysian Historical Society. Pag-uusapan po natin yung kasaysayan ng Southeast Asia kasi ito yung hindi alam ng marami. We're going into ASEAN pero hindi alam ng marami is napakalalim ng kasaysayan ng ASEAN, no? Bago pa dumating yung mga Kastila, we have shared heritage, shared history. At yan po yung pag-uusapan natin. So lahat ng mga guro ng kasaysayan ay inaanyayahan namin kayo sa September ngayong taon sa Manila Hotel para sa International Conference ng PHA.
Ay, good luck sa conference, Jobal. Ako naman po ay tinatawagan ko lahat ng mga student practitioners, student affairs and service practitioners that we have our national convention on May 2 to 4 sa Iloilo City. So, inaanyayahan ko ang lahat. Siguro bago natin magtapos, baka meron silang ipa-plug. Oo. James, meron? Chris first.
I think just for us, like sa Taekwondo, we have World Championships in June, so we'd appreciate your support for that. And then for all the athletes, merong SEA Games sa lahat, so the support for all the Philippine athletes would be much appreciated.
Okay, James.
For karate, I'll be leaving this coming Thursday with a couple of my teammates for the Thailand Open Karate Championships in Bangkok. And what Chris said kanina, meron kami ng SEA Games, so we would really love and appreciate your support. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you guys. Muli, maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Sa susunod na Sabado, makinig at makilahok sa usapang di maka-move on at tiyak na paasahin kayo sa mga makabulang talakay at mga kwentong may kwenta dito lang sa Lakas Pinoy Radio. Magandang gabi po.
muling makinig at magbalik tanaw sa ating kasaysayan at bigyang pagpapahalaga ang kasalukuyan at kinabukasan. Ikaw, ako, lahat tayo. Ito ang lakas ng ating bayan. Lakas Pinoy Radio. Tuwing Sabado, alas 5 ng hapon hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Dito sa DZEC. Yes, 62.